What's up, my friends? Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, also known as Wide Open Randy, and I'm here to serve anyone who's looking to level up their life from their current situation. This show is dedicated to helping raise the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts out there, those who want more out of life, those who want to do more, those who want to be more, those who love the thrill, the joy, and the connection of what these high performance engines bring into our lives. Because holding it wide open is what we do. Being a great freaking person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about mentorship in general. And we're going to be talking about how there are different types of mentorship out there, and how mentorship has the ability to transform decades of lessons from someone else who has gone through it into only just a few days of learning for you, my friends. But first, before we even start on that, what is mentorship? I went ahead and I looked up the definition of mentorship, and what it says is that mentorship is the guidance provided by a mentor, especially an experienced person in a company or an educational institution. It's a period of time during which a person receives guidance from a mentor. And so, of course, I looked up the definition of mentorship. It uses the word mentor in a couple of different ways. So I went and looked up the definition of mentor. And pretty much mentor is an experienced or trusted advisor. It's a person who advises or trains someone in an area of expertise that they have because they have been there. And I looked this statistic up, and it's crazy and it's awesome because it just shows me that we're going in the right direction. And it said that the average millionaire, which means someone who has over $1 million in net worth, has hired no less than 7 mentors before they actually became a millionaire. That's nuts. Before that, I had read a statistic for another episode that I was doing some research on, and they said that there's less millionaires than there are people that have abs. That's crazy. And so, according to the statistic, for you to be a millionaire, the chances will increase for you if you hire a mentor, if you hire a coach, if you hire someone that can show you the ways. And so, statistically, before you even become a millionaire, you will have hired about 7 mentors to help you get where you want to go. And so mentorship is important because mentorship saves you time. Mentorship saves you mistakes. Mentorship pretty much provides a path. It provides the road for you to drive on where someone has already driven through. Someone already knows the potholes. Someone already knows how it curves. Someone already knows the speed bumps that are up ahead. This is why I like mentorship so much, because it literally compresses decades into days. And I know that's a pretty bold statement to make, but it's fucking true. It really is. Someone who has tons of experiences in any subject, and that it's taken them multiple years to gain those experiences, can literally transform your life by compressing those decades into days for you, even hours, even minutes. Sometimes all it takes is one golden key nugget to really shift it for you, my friends. This is why I'm so big into books. Like books, for example. I was talking about compressing a decade into days. Well, books, they fucking compress way more than decades sometimes. Sometimes they do 20, 30, 40, 50, even hundreds of years. I mean, look at the Bible, thousands of years. It's compressing all this knowledge for us to learn from and to grow from. That we become better people because of it. I love reading because that's exactly what books do for you. They're literally shortcuts, lessons, like strategies, hardships that people have gone through, and they're willing to put it in writing so that those out there can literally save time, can save effort, can save headaches from all the fucking challenges that all these other people have been able to overcome. Currently, right now, I'm reading Extreme Ownership, and it talks about the lessons, the battle lessons that these guys have learned while fighting in the war. And the cool thing I like about this book is it simplifies those lessons, and it gives you tactics, strategies of how you can use those into your personal life, and they even take it a step forward. They even have a section in every chapter how you can apply it into your business knowledge. I really resonate with this book, and I'm glad it was recommended, and I'm a little bit over halfway through it. It's a little bit more thicker than my usual book, but hey, man, I'm embracing it and I'm learning, and I'm loving the concepts, that they're applying in this book that they have for us. Literally learning to grab those concepts that they've learned out in the battlefield, and through their explanation and through their applied knowledge, showing us how we can apply it through multiple areas of our life. And now there's different types of mentorship, and in my eyes, they're pretty much you can categorize these sections into, I guess, two main big areas. You got your first area, which is pretty much free mentorship, and you got your second category, which is pretty much paid mentorships. Now, free mentorships, it could be like a friend, it can be your family member, it could be a coworker, it could be like maybe your direct supervisor, someone you know. It could even be your boss. I've had a lot of mentors in my past that were my boss, that literally they just wanted you to see you do good, and because you were a good person, because you showed up early, because you left late, because you freaking had a character, because you showed the willingness to freaking learn and grow, they're willing to dedicate the time for you. And sometimes those could be very beneficial for you because you're getting paid to work, but your mentor is literally teaching you a lot of the things that they know so that you could do a better job. So it's kind of like a win for win, a win for win on that. Then you also have paid mentors, people who you actually invest in them, who you pay for you to grow, whether it be personally or professionally. These people are typically called coaches, and they're people who specialize in some type of area that will save you time and effort. Pretty much people who have been or done or accomplished something that you want to do. And it doesn't necessarily have to be this huge task, this huge skills that are going to take 5, 10, 20 years to learn. Sometimes I've even hired a coach to teach me something short term so that it could save me a couple months out of this year of learning. Like, they have business coaches, they have fitness instructors, they have relationship coaches. Man, nowadays you can literally find a mentor, a coach, someone who can help you go through a specific situation in just about any field out there. It's been amazing how social media, how the internet has really helped the communication of the world that it has, so that we can combine all the knowledge that's out there and help us all advance faster, quicker, grow more, because mentorships, they really do. They save your time, they save you effort, they save you mistakes, they save you money, they accelerate your progress. And actually, let me run back one on that, because I said they save you money, and most people are like, hold on, but you said, paid mentorships, how can that save you money when you're paying someone money to save you time? How's that saving me money? Well, the truth is that you're not paying for the coaching, you're investing in yourself so that you can learn from these people. Like, it took me a little bit at the beginning to have this mindset shift, and it was just about shifting the way that I saw my willingness to pay for people. And it was like, wow, why would I could pay this guy and pay this guy, I'm paying all this money. But I stopped looking at it like that, and I started looking at it as, man, I'm investing my money into this particular area of growth that I want to achieve within my life in this certain moment, this certain season, in this certain area, so that we could do things at a faster level. And it's worked, like, in all areas. It's just, you have to be willing to cut through a lot of like the noise, and spread a lot of like the bullshit that's out there, and really find the people that resonate with you. I've had many mentors, growing up through my career, both personally and professionally, and I've made it a point, especially now more than ever, is to always develop a strong relationship with my peers, with friends, with anyone who I meet, to just be a good person in general, and show up always how I would want to be treated. And what that does is that you never have to question, like, oh, should I be a good person to this guy because they could help me? No, fuck that. It's not about that. It's just about being a good person in general. And when you're a good person in general and people see that, people naturally want to help you evolve. Like throughout my career, as when I was working as a construction professional, that helped me evolve and grow so much in my professional development, because it wasn't always about, oh man, I don't want to teach this guy what I know because he's going to take my job. Like, nah, man, that was the complete opposite mindset that I had when I was growing up. Well, not when I was growing up, when I was growing through the construction corporate ladder, I guess, if you want to call that some type of thing. Is because I was always looking to learn the most I could so that we could pass it on to my team, so that we could pass it on to my peers, so that we could all collectively move up. Because when one person moves up, everyone moves up. And adopting that mindset really helped me evolve and grow as a man, as an individual, as a professional. Like, it's just so much faster than it would have taken me if I would have just tried to figure things out. Like, I truly feel lucky for that. And which is the reason why I wanted to make an episode on mentorship, because mentorship for me has really elevated, has really accelerated the growth that I've had within my life. And I want nothing more than for you guys to cut time off of yours and do it faster, do it better than I have, than others have. Like, this is why mentorship, I feel it's so important to always have in your life, because for you to achieve the things that you want, and it doesn't necessarily have to be things, but for you to accomplish big goals, it takes you becoming the person who can achieve them, because we're not that person right now. And if you realize that it takes you becoming that certain type of person that can achieve those things that you want, that can achieve those big goals that you want to achieve within your life, then that's the minute that you start realizing that, oh shit, I have to have some type of shift. I have to have different mindset. I have to have different habits. I have to have different skills. And how do you learn all that? The easiest way I know is to learn from someone who's already doing it, or learn from someone who's been down that path, someone who's been down that road, someone who can tell you, hey, watch out for this pothole right here. Watch out for this speed bump right here. Watch out, there's a blind corner over here that you're going to want to look for. It really does. You know, I've coaches that I've hired, is I've hired mindset coaches, I've hired business coaches, I've hired coaches that teach coaches how to run their business. I've hired someone to help me with my fitness. I've hired someone to help me with the marketing. I've hired someone to help me with networking and meeting other people out there. There's so many different areas that you can hire a mentor, that you can hire someone to save you time, that it really all boils down to in what area of your life do you want to grow, and what area of your life do you want to expand, and what area of your life do you want to become a better person. Like, and when I pivoted to pursue this career change of like helping others, about, you know, going from building buildings as a construction professional to helping others build their lives as a high performance coach, man, this all came with unexpected challenges that I didn't foresee when I first made the pivot. And it really, like, it's taught me that there's just something about building a business that challenges every single aspect of yourself. It really does. And I'll be fully transparent with you. It has a lot to do with having all your insecurities show up when you build a business, because you're literally the head of of the structure moving forward. And so it's going to challenge you in so many ways, and it's going to be critical for you to grow mentally, spiritually, with your body and everything. You have to literally become a better person so that you can achieve the things that you want to. Mindset became critical for that for me, you know, and and having others help me go through some of my challenges, through some of my hardships, through some of my traumas that I didn't even feel like were a fucking problem anymore, literally transformed my abilities and how I saw coaching as an industry. Like so many people have changed my life because of the information, and because of the skills, and because of the insight they have shared with me, that like I was like, man, I want to do this for others. And this is exactly why I pivoted. And now working with individuals, specifically high performing individuals, is what I do. Like, when someone, trying to look for an example here, but I'm going in a blank. When someone, for example, has been performing at a very high level and they're not cautious, they're not present with the situation, it's very easy to fall into a rut. It's very easy to fall into burnout. It's very easy to just lose sight of what's really important for you. Like, I've been there. I've gone through burnout multiple times with my career, and it's always a very sucky feeling. Like, it truly is. And the fucked up part about going through burnout is that you typically don't know that you're burnt out until you're in it. Like, it's such a fucking hard thing to navigate through, because when you're a high performer, like, you're typically always want to do good. You typically always want to perform at a high level, but most specifically at a higher level than those around you. Like, and what suffers the most is that, in my experience, when you try to achieve hardcore things at work in your career, typically your other areas lack, like your relationships, maybe your personal life, maybe other areas of your life, your passions. And so what has helped me overcome some of these burnout situations is to really fall back to the core strategies that help me thrive as an individual. Like, because I've learned, and I'm pausing here a little bit and I'm going a little slow because I want to make sure that I express the right words out of here. Because, like, if you would have asked me several years back, you're like, man, anyone could be a high performer. And that's not true, because I've learned the true significance of what high performance means. Like, yeah, anyone can perform at a high level for a short period of time, but typically what follows that is burnout, because not everyone knows how to sustain true high performance. So true high performance, and when you're able to perform at a very high level, but for a long period of time, and you're able to do it while sustaining your happiness, your balance, where you're able not burning out with yourself. And this is what led me to study and to believe and to really work on with all of my clients is really 6 core areas that we work on. We work on our mind, we work on our bodies, we work on our spiritualities, we work on our relationships, we work on our careers, and we work on our passions. And for me, I found is that when we have these 6 core areas in a balance, man, we become fucking powerful. We become driven individuals. We become people who are not going to get burnt out, because we're literally checking ourselves within every area that we fall in, and we're seeing what needs improvement. Okay, what doesn't need improvement? What is this area that I'm going to focus on this week, because last week just wasn't the week for it, and I've learned that not every area is going to always be shining, but if you're not willing to reflect and analyze what areas are not shining, then how can you improve that area? Because you can only improve what you measure. And if you're not measuring, how the fuck you gonna improve? How the fuck you gonna get better? It really is. So I talked about free mentorship and I talked about paid mentorship. And I personally like paid mentorship over free mentorship, even though I've had some really good free mentorship in the past. The reason why I don't like free mentorship as much is because just typically people are not as committed to you as they are. Like, they might be mentoring you because they like you, or maybe if it's a work relationship, because they want you to do well just because they work for you. But the truth of the matter is that typically free mentorships like really have no skin in the game for you. Like they're just there to reach out to you when they remember. Versus on the other hand, when you have a paid mentor, they're literally a game changer for you. Like, the financial investment that you make in yourself is literally becomes a game changer for you, because now you have some skin in the game. You're literally investing money to make sure that you advance in this area, so that you're gonna make sure that you're fucking showing up. You're gonna make sure you're doing the assignments. You're gonna make sure that you're fucking growing, because you're investing money in yourself. And it's also taught me that those who pay attention. Like, I've tried to to do a free mentorship for someone, and it didn't work out. Why? Because they weren't invested. They didn't see um, the meaning that it brought to it because they had no fucking skin in the game. Like, it's just different. Like when you people who pay, people pay attention, and when you pay for a mentor, when you pay for a coach, they're fucking committed to seeing you win, and your losses become their losses too. So I can tell you as a fucking coach that the obligation to see someone advance becomes fucking your mission. It becomes like like what you do on a daily basis. Like you just and I could just be talking for me, and I don't want to put mouths in the words for other coaches out there, but man, when someone pays me to help them advance, I don't take that lightly. I take that very seriously, and it's the reason why for me, when I've paid someone to help me advance and paid someone to help me grow, I've gotten so much out of it because those who pay attention. And so I guess we could talk about how we can find mentors, because I've kind of defined what are mentors, why mentors are important. Now let's talk about really why or how to find mentors. And nowadays with the internet, with social media, with how things are going on right now, it's really not that hard to find mentors, but it's hard to find good mentors. And it really just depends on the type of mentoring and the type of area that you really want to grow in, and in the area that you want to advance. You want to look for those people's credibility. You want to look for the experience. You want to look for people who have already gone through or who have already achieved the things that you want to do in life. Like, you want to look at their maybe websites. You can look at their social media. You go to networking events. You can find people. You can talk to your working relationships. Hey man, do you have anyone who can help me in this specific area? You could talk to friends. Hey, do you know anyone who has helped you with any specific area in your life? Like, I could tell you that when I was working in construction, there's so many different areas in a building that when I wanted to know about a specific topic, within construction, let's say you have foundations, you have concrete, you have, your finishes, you have your site work, you have, man, so many different areas. But whenever I wanted to specialize and learn more and grow more about a specific area, I would go to a specific specialty type of subcontractor to help me grow and learn in that specific area. So it's very important that when you're going to go look for a mentor, for someone who's going to coach you, for you to know that they've fucking been there. Because you don't want to learn from someone who's fucking full of shit. It really comes down to, like, I would never take relationship advice from someone who can't fucking keep their marriage together. You fucking crazy? Why would I take advice from them? They can't even keep their marriage together. What makes you think they're gonna help me keep my marriage together? Same thing as, like, I'm not a father yet, but I definitely hope that God has that in his plans for me. I would never take fatherly advice from someone who's never around for their fucking kids, from someone who fucking didn't raise their kids, from someone who puts other people's kids before their kids. Why would I take fucking advice from them? Like, it just doesn't work. And same thing is, like, if I want to build, I guess, a badass race car, maybe if you want to take it even more specific, if I want to build, for example, talked about a lot of my truck, my motorcycle, and it is, if I want to go and build a turbo LS, something that goes fast, I'm not going to go take advice for someone who has never built one in their life, someone who's just read up all about them. No, you want to learn from someone who has been there, someone who has walked the road, someone who has gone down the path that you want to go through, whether it be professionally or personally or your hobbies or whatever it might be. The key is for you to learn from these people so that you can go fast, but for that you can go fast in the right direction, my friends. Because it doesn't matter how fucking fast you're going, if it's in the total opposite direction of where you need to go, you could be on a fucking speeding rocket going that way, and all you're going to be doing is going way fast in the wrong direction. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you're going in the right direction. You want to make sure that you're working with people who fucking care, people who have some skin in the game for you, people who are willing to take things to the next level, my friends. I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the freaking ground, and I'm calling out all the motorsport enthusiasts out there who want to improve their situation. Let's break free from all the shit that's been holding us back, and let's prove to the freaking world that they wish they were like us. Those of you who made it to the end of the episode, I just want to say that you got yourself a win, and I want to congratulate you, and I want to say thank you for investing your valuable time into the Live Wide Open podcast. This movement is called Live Your Life Wide Open, and helping others improve is the mission that God has tasked me with. We are driven individuals working on breaking the freaking stereotype and working on becoming the best that we can be. Join me on this journey while we help as many motorsport enthusiasts out there to create the best lives that we can imagine. You can follow me on my Instagram. My handle is Wide Open Randy. And if you felt any type of connection to today's message, I ask that you please share this on your stories so that more people can find out and this message can spread. I'll catch you guys on the next episode. But till then, make sure that you live your life wide open, my friends. Peace.